7:03 on Tuesday, February 11th. 31 degrees, cloudy and cold. Snow starting around midday, only going to the upper 30s. Good morning, I'm John Aaron.
And I'm Michelle Basch. We have lots of details to share about today's wintry weather we are expecting. But first, a boil water advisory has been issued for hundreds of thousands of WSSC water customers in Prince George's County. And those affected, the list of those has now been expanded. This is because of a water main break that is mostly affecting customers south of Route 4 Pennsylvania Avenue, but some customers just north of Route 4 too. The exact location of the break has yet to be determined. WSSC Water says it's possible customers in the affected area may not have any water service at all right now. If you do have water, you're being told to bring it to a rolling boil before using it to drink, brush your teeth, prepare food, and more. Again, a boil water advisory issued by WSSC Water for customers south of Route 4 for the main part, as well as some north and east in Prince George's County. This because of a water main break. We will keep you updated, and when we learn more, we'll let you know.
Now to our other top story. Get ready for what could be heavy snow starting early this afternoon for many of us. With the latest on the forecast is 7 News First Alert meteorologist Brian Vandegraff.
Winter storm warnings will go into effect around 1 o'clock. Will be cloudy and cool this morning. We will get above freezing, so when the snow first starts around midday here, I do think it'll just be wet on the ground. But later through the afternoon into the early evening, as the snow really picks up in intensity, we'll start to see that stickage happening across our area with bands of heavy snow overnight into early tomorrow morning. By the time you wake up, it should be moving out. I'd say a good 3 to 6 inches of snow still looks like a good bet across the area. Some higher amounts just to the south, but right now it looks like maybe southern Maryland, Fredericksburg, down towards Culpeper. They could be 6, 7 inches of snow, a little bit more.
Now, the forecast is bringing some scheduled changes today. The federal government is opening on time, but there will be a staggered early departure with the option for unscheduled leave or unscheduled telework. In Virginia, the following school systems are closed today: Culpeper County, Fauquier County, Fredericksburg, Spotsylvania County, and Stafford County. The rest of the major school systems in Maryland and Virginia are starting on time and dismissing early. You can read all the details at WTOP.com. If we get any additions or changes in plans, we'll get them on the air and online as soon as we can.
We do have a heads up for morning commuters. The northern section of the George Washington Parkway is already closed hours before any snow is coming down. WTOP's Neil Augenstein has the latest.
In recent years, the north section of the George Washington Parkway from the Beltway down to Spout Run has been closed by the National Park Service during snow events. With a long-term rehabilitation of the parkway, lanes are reduced and narrowed in what's a winding work zone. The Park Service closed the parkway at midnight, even though the National Weather Service doesn't expect severe weather until 1 this afternoon. The Park Service says shutting down the road overnight avoids the need for an abrupt closure during the peak traffic of a morning commute, and smaller equipment is required to accommodate the road widths and configuration. WTOP is trying to find out what work is being done beyond the typical brining of the road surface that would necessitate closing the commuter route hours before the precipitation is due. Neil Augenstein, WTOP News.
Trans students are being banned from taking part in girls' high school sports in Virginia. The group that oversees high school sports in the state says it voted for the policy to bring schools into compliance with President Trump's executive order on transgender athletes. The organization says that effective immediately, competition in girls' sports will be limited only to students assigned as female at birth. Trump's executive order warned schools that allowing transgender athletes to compete on girls' and women's sports teams would put them in violation of the Title IX law banning sex discrimination in schools, and it could risk their access to federal funding.
Coming up,
no more pennies. Retailers may round up. I'm Jeff Clayball.
Traffic and that weather in 30 seconds.